Hey guys, what up? It's me, Mitch. Long-time listener, first-time caller, lifetime baller. And when I'm not going into Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, well, shit, man, I'm listening to House of Prayer and smoking a blunt. I'm still going though.
Welcome to the House of Grim. Damn vibe with a boot to the chin. Share that link with all of your friends. Slender Man and Grim gon' do it again. Welcome to the House of Grim. Damn vibe with a boot to the chin. Share that link with all of your friends. A Slender Man and Grim gon' do it again. Heartthrobs in this thing and our nuts hang. Diamond cutter on a bitch through a bed frame. Bang, pedigree, time to play the game. Raise the flames of hell.
Flipping like Kurt off a perk. Suicide dive like it's 9205. It's this man got my hand up a skirt. Man up a flow, she gon' squirt. I see that bitch boobs to a shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the House of Grim podcast. I'm your host, Grim Grimes. My co-host is Dan Bob, and tonight our special guest is G Money. Welcome, G Money. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, no problem, guys. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, no problem. So you are the owner of All Class Independent Wrestling?
Yes, sir. It's I'm the owner, but it's honestly it takes a village to raise a child, right?
Yep.
So I have a lot of people that help me, get it started. As much as I'd like to say I'm a one-man show, I'm really not. I have a village behind me, and I wouldn't do it without them because I have a full-time job. I don't have the time.
Right.
So I have a team, man. I have a team. So, but yeah, I mean, if we don't make money, it's out of my pocket. So yeah, I'm the owner.
Gotcha.
How long have you been in business?
We started in our first show was in 2023. I promoted my first wrestling event with PPW with my original trainer, Joe Bird. And that was Money Talks 1. And then kind of started into my own thing. And then our first official event on our own was in November of 2023, I believe. So, a couple of years now. I first said I wanted to do, a show a quarter, and it turned into 5, and now it's 6, 7. I think we're going to do 8 this year. Co-promoted with some other companies as well. But I would like to go back to that 4 or 5. Just my schedule's too much,
Gotcha.
with work and everything and stuff like that. But yeah, it's been a fun experience so far. I've always said once I don't have fun with it, I'm not going to do it no more. I mean, that's it for me. I just want to have fun with it, and when it stops becoming fun, I'll stop.
Well, I doubt it's ever gonna stop, man. Wrestling's always gonna be fun.
It's fun. On this side of it, it's a little trying sometimes, but it's not as bad as what I've heard. Like, I haven't ran into a lot of the headaches that I've heard like other promoters talk about or other things like that, but it's been a good time. I haven't had really any bad experiences.
That's cool, man. Who designed your guys' title belts?
So we threw the idea out to, I collect custom belts. I got a lot of Pakistani belts. So Mateen in Pakistan, I work with him a lot, and his guy here in Tennessee. So we threw some designs of them, threw some designs to Hyperion, kind of showed them both kind of what we were wanting. Actually, Dylan Derringer, Hard to Kill, kind of helped with the idea. Actually, with a lot of the setup. So we kind of wanted to go for that WrestleMania 10 look with the gold and black. I'm a big Von Erich fan, big all class or world class fan, excuse me. So I kind of wanted to style the belt after theirs a little bit. And, nothing against Mateen, but Hyperion came out with the best design for us. It kind of was similar to our tag team belts and the heavyweight belts. So we kind of went, with Hyperion. So, but a lot of it was mine and Dylan Derringer's design.
Oh,
That's cool, man. I really like the design of your guys' belts, man. Them title belts look amazing. Like I was telling my brother yesterday, we was actually talking about the title belts, and I was like, man, it just kind of gives me that the WCW television title. You know, the design of that belt. That's kind of the feel I got from it. You know, the vibe I
Yeah.
took from it. It's an unbelievable title belt, man. I really like that design. That's pretty
That's
cool.
what Dylan Knight said when he first saw it too. He said he felt the WCW vibe from it, which I love.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
I love 80s and 90s wrestling, 70s
Same here,
wrestling.
man.
Dude,
WCW Nitro was
I
my
still
thing
say
back
the
in the
the
day.
big gold belt is the best belt. You know?
That's right
Yeah.
there. That's my baby. Like I love that belt. That belt in the NWA television title has always been my favorite. The red version has
Yep,
always been my favorite titles.
yep,
And I
same
get
here, bro.
long-winded, guys, because I can talk wrestling all night. So shut me down and
Hey,
shut
That's
me
cool.
up.
We're
Get
here
me
for
going,
it. We're
guys.
here for it.
But first, man, you know, I like to try to dictate things a little bit, and I'm gonna take over the podcast a little
Hey,
bit
that's
because
cool.
I've watched you guys for a long time,
Okay.
and I watch every episode. I
Oh,
do. I
Awesome.
watch every
Thank you.
episode. I've watched you guys come up. I've watched you guys get bigger. But I just want to say, man, when I watched Mark Ross's episode, and we guys talked about our struggles that we go through, and shared your story. You got Mark talking about his story.
Yeah.
You know, with what losing Mongo, right? I think it's important that people share their stories. I have a
Sure.
story.
Yeah.
Everyone
Awesome.
has a story, and to put the macho bravo-ness away and be vulnerable in a public forum, my hat's off to you guys. And I appreciate
Thank
what you
you.
guys do, um, you know, with independent wrestling in Michigan, but now it's going to helping people. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? I could talk till I'm blue in the face. I might not influence someone. Someone might not connect with me. You can talk. You're blue in the face. You're gonna connect with somebody, and the more people that are talking, it's better. So my hats off to you guys. Just
Thank you
not
very
only
much, man.
on a wrestling front, but from a humanity front. So I appreciate you.
We
Yeah.
really appreciate that, man. First and foremost, like, um, see, I come from a background of I kind of messed up in my younger days, man. Went down the route of being addicted to some things, and with the grace of God, bro, praying every day and getting the right help, man, I was able to overcome that. You know, every day is a struggle and a journey, but I'm able to stand up and admit my wrongdoings, and I want to just try to, help somebody, man. Even if it's just one person, if I can try and stop them or help them or save their life, you know what I'm saying, by just talking to them or trying to explain. Like, I put it like this, man. If I can get clean and sober, anybody can do it, bro. Because I never thought I'd be here right now today, you know. And it took a good support team, good support network. My brother, definitely my brother included, man. And thanks to this podcast and being able to talk with people like yourself, you know, I'm able to stay sober and keep grinding, you know. So
Right.
I just want to try to help people, man, too, you know. So, but
That's
yeah,
awesome, man. And when I was at my lowest point in life, one of my mentors told me, and he always called me by my name. My name is Mike, but he would say, Michael, for somebody to have a testimony, they first must have a test. And that stuck with me. When he said that, like I literally started bawling and I was going through my test. So
Mhm.
once you get out of your test, I think, and you have your testimony, share that testimony, right? At
right,
the end of the
right.
day, share the testimony, man. So hey, we're gonna talk about wrestling. That's our health minute, you know, the
Right,
mental
right,
health
right.
for the
For
day.
sure.
Right.
For
No,
sure.
honestly, guys, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
thank
much,
you.
man.
Um,
Um,
I was gonna ask. So what is the biggest challenge of running like a wrestling event?
Oh man. So I'm very blunt, honest, guys. I hope we don't get canceled.
hey, do your
A
thing.
lot, a lot of it is your moneymaker, the fan.
Right.
So with it's a challenge with the fans, and you know that I don't mean this in no negative light because we are here because of our fans, but it's finding because I found that independent wrestling is very intimate. Like there's no top flight security stopping fans from seeing the workers, right?
Right.
So they're more accessible. So I found that you really have to be careful about who you allow access around the business to, right? Without, offending fans or making them not want to come to your product anymore, right? So keeping the curtain closed, even though we know the curtain's open, right? But allowing fans access at, I guess, a spoon's feed, if you will. I don't know how to say it, but that's challenging. I'll have fans try to book matches for me. They'll send, oh, can you book this person, this person, this person? And I don't know, they might be, writing GCW, TNA, AEW, WWE. I don't know, but
Right.
to me, I book what makes sense for me and the stories we're trying to tell, because we do try to tell stories, which is crazy to me because one of the gentlemen I spoke about earlier, Dylan Derringer and Nick Zero, you're like, what stories you were going to tell? And me being green, being a student still, I'm like, man, we're not telling stories. We're putting on banger after banger after banger after banger. I learned real quick that the fans are so smart now that you have to leave something for them or they're not going to come. Right. So it's been a learning process, but just understanding what the fans want to a certain point, giving them the fans what they want. That's been the biggest challenge so far. That and just on a personal level, I run it like a business, and I'm not dogging any other promoters out there. I have insurance. I have, all the right licensing. I do everything by the book, right? But the insurance, the licensing from one venue to another venue, I was running at a government building that was owned by the county of Oakland County, and my requirements were, an event cost me 650, cost me 350 in just insurance. It was depends if we sold alcohol, how much alcohol, how many people, how late we were going. Just the business aspect of it has been a learning curve for me, but it's nothing I can't get through. Prior to this, I did sport karate events.
Okay.
You guys had talked about Alex Weir
Yeah.
on some other stuff. Alex Weir now trains with my martial arts instructor, the mentor that told me about the test. So Alex is down working out with our camp. But I did that for like 12 years. So, and the attendance is greater at those. So it's very similar. So, nothing too crazy though. It's a lot of work. It is. I'll be honest with you. Like I thought it would be easier than what it is.
Yeah.
It's a lot of payment. I have a squad that is there for me. My guys from day one, guys that have came on with us, some guys you've even interviewed. Like you guys interviewed 24K.
Yep.
I call that's my son. I mean, he works for me at the shoot job. He helps me with the business. He's on the pavement passing out flyers. It's people like him. I couldn't do it without. But it is a lot of work. It is a lot of work just to draw 300 people. It is a lot of work, but it's worth it. I care about the product that we put out, how it presents. I try to take pride in that. Because one thing, and I'll just say this: people think Joe and I have like riff, and we don't. I learned a lot from Joe, and I'll sit here and say that to everyone. And one of the things he said was, you get out of it what you put into it, and I took that to a business mindset. So I want our production to look a certain way, so I do that. So that's what I try to do. I want our people to send the video off or whatever to help them get signed. We do Ron and McKenzie film and take pictures of all our events. I know you guys are aware of them.
Oh yeah.
I put it out as soon as McKenzie sends it to me. 10 minutes later, I put it in the forums for the people to share. I want them to have their photos. And I always tell people, I told TFG this today. All I want from you guys is when I make it, I want to go to a live event. That's all I want.
Right.
I want somebody from here to make it. That's what I want. I want somebody from here to make it. There's so much great wrestling in Michigan, whether you watch Clash, IWR, us, Metro Pro, PPW, SCW. I'm forgetting a ton, but it's one big. Michigan wrestling is really good to me. I think it's great. I think we have a lot of young talent. There's the Drakes of the world that need to get out and get seen, and I think to me Drake's hot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, he's on fire for sure.
what people forget about Drake and like 24K and those guys, they're almost 10-year vets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A couple more years, they're going to be did this business for 10 years, and they're so young.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's where I have to defend PPW's junior grappler program a little bit. Like people like to
I
shit
feel
on
you.
it. Like people like to shit on it, but I've seen a lot of good kids come out of that.
Yeah.
So and now you see Grind Time doing a summer camp and things like that with their new management. So if there wasn't, you can shit on it all you want, but if there wasn't no PPW junior grappler program, Drake wouldn't be where he's at.
Right.
24K wouldn't be where they're at. So that's just an example of some of the young guys that are coming out, but they're almost 10-year vets.
See what I noticed. What I noticed, like looking at the Michigan independent wrestling scene as a fan and as a podcaster, I feel just from looking at like Facebook and how everybody interacts with everybody, it seems like there's no issues amongst the talent. Everybody wants to help elevate one another. Like as soon as we had Alpha Ray Adams on our show, it seemed like it was a domino effect. Once we had him on, dozens came, and I felt like it was because he was so awesome, down to earth. We were respectful. He was respectful, and I feel like the relationship we built in that interview went far and beyond. But also at the end of the day, the Michigan wrestling scene, the talent out here in Michigan is unbelievably honorable and respectful of one another and want to help elevate each other. And that's amazing to me, because this wrestling business never used to be like that. We all the time watch old DVDs or whatnot, a Monday Night Show, and they tell stories about how this talent was trying to step on this person's toes and, you know what I mean, shut each other down. And, no, reach for the stars, man. Shoot for the moon. That's what everybody's doing. Everybody's working coherent as a team, and that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you have to, because, like I said, it's a lot of promotions. But and again, man, I'm just an honest book, and there's people that hate my guts, and they've never even met me just because of the stuff I say. And I don't mean to offend people when I say this. There's a lot of workers, but there's only a few good ones.
Right. That makes very good sense.
So the promoters end up using a lot of those same good workers. But it is, so you got to work together. I don't try to book, my dates unless I absolutely have to, unless the venue's like, look, you're going to do a show in November. It's this weekend, right? That's why I run Fridays a lot, is because I don't want to shit on a lot of guys' Saturday dates. I hate running on Fridays. I have to take a day off work. It's hard for me to get talent there because they work. And if I book somebody in Indiana, they're taking a day off. So they're using vacation time. But I do it. As soon as I see somebody has a date, whether I like them or not, I put it in my calendar. So I know when I go to book, I can look and say, there's some guys I like, Malcolm Monroe, ex-ICW. I will not run against Malcolm. Malcolm has helped me more than anybody in this business from a promotion standpoint. He's became like a mentor to me. I chop it up with him all the time. He helps me. I ask him, hey, what do I do in this situation? Or what, this or that. So I'll never book with him. Obviously, IWR, you'd be insane to try to go against IWR on a Thursday night, right?
We just went down to their last show, and it was jam packed.
It was standing room. That was it.
And so I saw the pictures from Thursday. That's a light event for them. Like, it's usually more than that even. So to try to run on a Thursday against IWR is insane to me. I don't know why people would.
Right.
Jeremy with Clash. I love Clash. I think Clash is a great promotion. There's a lot of great promotion, but I'm not going to try to run with those guys. It don't make sense. And
Yeah, I would like to see like two promotions, like yourself and Chaos, or Chaos and PPW or something. Like do like a event together, have both rings, and do like a War Games match or something. That'd be awesome.
everyone thinks I'm crazy. So talk to Dylan Derringer next time you talk to him. I have the plan that we could sell out anywhere
Okay.
with two
Have to
promotions.
ask him.
And hey, we would sell it out because we would play the story. We would play the story and we'd sell it out. Jeremy and I have actually talked about it. And to be frank, it's just I never like we were seriously thinking about it. Doing a big field house and putting our money together and doing a show. And it didn't fall by the side. Like we didn't say yes or no. Jeremy wanted to meet. My son was doing wrestling at the time. We couldn't ever find the time to sit down and talk. And quite frankly, guys, I'm a control freak. Like I love Jeremy and I love his ideas, but I don't know how I would working with somebody else. Like I like my stuff a certain way. I have my team; they know how I am. But definitely, I think it's a great idea. We did go up and help Robert a couple months ago. We did the for the church and did that show. So like Dylan went up, 24K went up, I went up, Nick went up, Drake was there with Robert. We did some stuff with Bryce with the Nuet show, the charity show with him. So I'm not opposed to it. Like, but it just has to make sense. Like and not even financial sense. It has to make sense for the business, for the guys. Who are we putting on? Who's going over? I don't want to bury no one's champion. If you got a hot guy and my guy's hot, we're not gonna put them together and shit on them both, right? So it has to make sense for business and for the guys and gals.
There's a wrestler that I seen you have out at your events a couple of times now, and I believe that he's TV ready, man, and that's Xavier Walker. I believe that he's a superstar. He's like ready for WWE, bro. You know,
And the
he's
screen
he's
don't do him
unbelievable.
justice. The screen don't do him justice, does it?
No,
Because
no.
he's huge. He's
Hmm.
huge. He has the look. He can work. I 100% agree with you. 100% agree with you. Him, Ren Jones is another one that I've had out a couple times. Our own guys, I think, and I'm not shitting on my guy, but Dylan Derringer, I think, can work with anybody in the country.
He's an amazing superstar, bro.
And I'll say it
Man.
again. I think Drake can too, and that's why when I booked
Mhm.
Drake, I try to put him with the Sam Beals and people that have been out there to show what Drake can do.
Right.
And then not even just because I'm on Drake. I love Drake and he's great. I love Drake's dad. Like Mike is my guy. So if I
Okay.
can help Mike's son out, I'm gonna help Mike. I'm gonna help Drake out.
Right.
But and that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. Putting on good cards, helping the guys and gals.
I'm a big fan of Grim Reality. Those guys, man.
So here's a story about Grim. Devon Riker, we'll just call him by his gimmick name. But he grew up with my son. I've known that young guy since he was like 10 years old. So he's near and dear to my heart. Angel, when my son started, Angel, a lot of people don't know this. He was a all-state high school wrestler, hell of an athlete. I mean, you can look at the guy and tell he's a hell of an athlete. But when my son was serious about training in amateur wrestling, I took him, and Angel was a personal trainer. And I took him to Angel to personally train my son. My son, I'm entrusting his high school career to Angel. And we formed a bond, and personal training wasn't working out for Angel, and he come work for me at the shoot job at the plant. So I see Angel every day, close with him. Great family. His brother, he looks out for his brother like, he's a great role model for his brother. And his mom is just a sweetheart, always at the shows. That team is near and dear to me, man. Good people. I love them. We've had our ups and downs. Like just last month, we were going at it. We debate stuff at work all the time, but at the end of the day, that's what I'll take away from this is those relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Those relationships will last with me. I told 24K the other day, I said, my relationship with you is not about wrestling. Never will be about wrestling. When we start arguing about wrestling is the day I'll quit this. Your little skinny ass is going to carry my casket. That at the end of the day, that's what it's about.
Mhm.
You know, those relationships. And
Right.
you got a fly on your screen or something, man. What happened?
Uh-oh. Yep. I got, dude, every time I go on here, man, I got a little fly that flies around. I can't catch him. I won't see him all day until I turn my camera on.
That's to be
It's
part
like
of the
he-
show, man.
Yeah.
Yep, he's been, dude, like past couple episodes now. I swear to God, he just keeps flying around. We're gonna have to give him a name or something.
That's the House of Fly, man.
That's why, yeah. I want to get your take on a hot button topic right now in the wrestling world, and that's the WWE ticket prices, man. Like they're outrageous, and now I feel like they're gonna turn fans away. You know what I'm saying, from the product. I'm hoping it drives people toward like independent wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll see like a uptick in attendance at events and stuff. Because man, $29.99 for ESPN, and then $25 for Netflix. It's getting pricey out here.
I'll tell you this: what I think it's going to do from a business portfolio. I get why they're doing it because TKO was so successful with the UFC.
Yeah,
But understand, UFC plays to a different demographic, if you will. So people that watch UFC and go to UFC events, generally,
rich people.
and this is a generalization, have more money than people with families that watch professional wrestling. Okay, and this isn't shitting on anyone, but I'm shitting on a lot of people today. But
You're just keeping it
and
real.
I don't mean to come off that way, but I didn't grow up with a silver spoon.
Right.
Yeah.
I talked to most of the people that work for All Class and other people that like wrestling. Let's just be frank. We were all poor.
Right.
There's none of us that were rich that were watching wrestling.
Right. We're all
It was
just basic normal people with basic normal
people,
jobs.
blue collar. Our
Mhm.
parents liked it. Our grandparents were hillbillies that liked it, like mine. If my people were farmers down south. We still have a cattle farm in Kentucky. My dad worked at the plant. I remember eating wish sandwiches. I wish I had some meat on this boy right here. you know, but that's we watch wrestling. Sunday morning we watch wrestling, and then Saturday night's event comes on. That was huge. And then I tell the story often that I had an uncle that was an engineer for GM, and all of our family would go to their house. One, because they had money and could host everyone on the weekends, and we had 11 cousins, but they had cable. So at 6:05, I could watch WCW, End Up Crockett. I could watch all that. My uncle made it a point that we watched it because he was a
Cool.
fan. So wrestling is it's not the same demographic as UFC.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So with that TKO mindset, they're trying to play it off and make a profit, and I think it's going to backfire. If Tony Khan could get their shit back together,
Yeah.
This
could be the time for them to overtake them.
I'm nobody. But if you can go back filling arenas again, and you keep your ticket prices at $60 on the lower bowl like they are right now, you're going to draw those fans back. Now is your time to capitalize, I feel.
Yeah.
But and
Right.
then this also, I forget which one of you guys said it. It's going to draw people back to the TNA. Look at TNA shows. Now, yeah, they're working with WWE a little bit right now, but look how much bigger their shows have gotten. They're at we just worked thanks to Tango, we got Bound for Glory ones in Detroit. There was like thousands of people there. They're growing. It's going to do what you said. It's going to trickle down. Oh, there's more than just this. And then think about it. What I said earlier. I don't have a lot of money. I can't go pay $80 for an autograph. A hot dog's $10, a beer's 10, 20. Now parking's 50.
Yeah.
But I can go to a local show, see somebody that's been there or has just gotten released, like Killer Cross from the
That's my
XICW,
theory.
and I can touch them.
Right.
I can talk to them afterwards.
Right.
It could potentially draw to the independents. So
Right.
I mean,
At IWR, I just gave Sergeant Slaughter Nux. You know, I didn't want to shake his hand out of respect for germs or whatever. You know, so I went up to him, gave him Nux. We actually talked. You know, nobody was pushing us away. That was exactly what would have happened at WWE. Get away, back up. You know, and I paid
where's
a couple $100.
Where's your VIP pass?
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
you know?
we went to Raw in Detroit. It was the first Raw after Hogan passed, so we were down there for that, and it was $80 a piece, and that's because I got them like last second, like day before on sale. Like they dropped down in price. The day of, they went back up to like $95 a piece, and we were in the nosebleeds.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
It was wild.
And that doesn't feel bad, like,
doesn't count gas and parking and all that.
I feel bad charging our people for, like, our ticket company charges like $2 something a ticket. I eat that because I feel bad. Like, okay, if my front row is $25, I'm not going to charge $27.50 now. So I eat that. Like $25 and $27.50, $10, $15 more dollars. $10, $15 more dollars. That family might not come. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know, and that's where I said I've been blessed and fortunate that I have a good shoe job. I don't have to do this for a living. And, you know, if I make some change and everyone's paid, that's all I want. That's all I want. I couldn't do it for a living. I couldn't do it for a living.
We haven't.
Living, my hats off to you. Like, I don't know how you do it. I don't know if you cut corners or what I don't know how they do it. Having insurance, venues, press, media, graphics, rates.
It sucks to say it like this, but I'm sure a lot of people probably ain't getting paid on some of them shows, unfortunately, you know.
To me, if I ever become that, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Right.
I'm not doing it.
But you know, it's so crazy to say it though. I guarantee almost 100% of the talent in Michigan would probably work for free because they're that passionate about it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I recommend it or trying to do that. I'm just saying that's how passionate I feel that they are. That, you know, of course they want to get paid, but you know,
they are. We do one free show, and I'm upfront with everyone. No one's getting paid on this show, and it's for our guy that basically saved all class. When I was having issues with the government, with the county building, liquor licenses and stuff, he stepped up. He's a friend of mine for like 30 years. Like, look, I don't even like wrestling, but I'm gonna look out for you because you've been my guy forever. We dealt Harley Davidsons and Heartthrobs. I'm into that shit. So we've always dealt them, and he owns bars in the area. He said, come use my spot. And then he does a bike night, and we do a show for him for free. And I let everybody know up front, but I get a list of people that want to do the show. But we have a show Saturday here in White Lake. It's not at one of his bars. He couldn't have it, but I wanted to do a show before our big show in November to kind of help tell the story of what's going on. And I have everyone paid already. Besides one person just hasn't sent me their PayPal or Cash App. Because to be honest with you, it's easier for me to pay people than like doing envelopes. That's one less thing I have to do. I don't have to go to the bank Friday night or Saturday morning. Everyone's paid. They got some gas money to come. You know, I don't try to finagle people on their rate and things like that. So I try to pay people before the shows if I can. You know, some people like getting that envelope. I don't know if they want to hide it from their wives or what they got going on. But, you know, I try to take care of them before the show. And I feel if you don't, and this is something Malice told me. You guys are familiar with Malice.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He said when he used to help book promotions, if you don't have the envelope ready, you shouldn't book the people. If you're waiting on your gate,
right,
your bills, you don't know who's coming through that gate. And if you book somebody that came from Indiana, you're paying them X amount of dollars, and you can't pay them, shame on you, man.
Right.
Shame on you. And people are like, are you worried about people like not showing up on you after you pay them? I'm like, dude, I'm the crazy guy that will show up on your doorstep. I'll take the day off work and I will go show up on your doorstep and I'm gonna get my money or we're gonna have a conversation.
Right.
Like
right.
I'm that guy. I'm certifiable a little bit, but you have to be.
Right.
You know, you have to be.
See, me and my brother here, man. We want to make it out to all the shows in Michigan. We want to check out all the shows. We have not yet made it out to your company yet to check it out. We've been following along on YouTube and wherever we can catch it. We're definitely gonna come check you out, man.
So don't check out this Saturday. Not that it's gonna be a bad show. It's just telling the story a little bit. If you want to come on out, you guys never have to pay. I got you. I love what, like I said, I don't even care about the wrestling. I love what you guys are doing as people.
But we appreciate that, man. Thank you.
You guys let me know when you want to come. You guys want a podcast from the spot? I'll set you up a table. Whatever you guys want to do.
Hell yeah, man. We appreciate that.
So November 14th, we have kind of like an invasion from OVW and NWA happening. We have television champ Brian Idol coming out. We have Smalls coming out, who is one of my best friends in life, man. That dude's crazy. I can tell you stories about that guy traveling the road. Like some of the stuff, I was like, man, you're a bullshitter. That shit's not true. Then I hung out with him one night. I was like, damn. So that's for off the air conversation. But we're having Carson Drake's coming back out, who wrestled Tommy Vendetta for the NW title at one of our shows. Ashton Adonis, coming out from OVW, one half of the tag team champions. Eric Sturge out of Congo School, OVW United States champ right now. So, we got a lot of bigger names from the area coming in. So it's going to be a good show. And then we have a show in December we're doing in Fenton. That's a birthday party from one of my referees, his daughter.
Oh, nice.
Eric. So Belle's birthday, we're gonna do that. Got a good card from there. TFG is gonna be there. Tommy, Zero, all of our normal guys, Uncle Chase, and those guys. And then in February we have Jack Price, Adam Wick, Cristiano. We just announced him last night. Jameson Shook, who's kind of known as a deathmatch wrestler, but he can work.
Right.
So we don't really do a lot of the deathmatch stuff, but I mean, they're like, look at Tommy. Tommy's a great worker. People like, oh, he's a deathmatch guy. No, Tommy can work. I'll put him up against anybody. I think Tommy, one of the best workers we have.
Yeah, I would like to get him on. I'd like to have him on our show one day, man. Yeah,
I was doing a little podcast thing. I'm not good like you guys are. I had him on. I'm not a good interviewer.
We're not good either. Hey, we just let people talk.
I'm starting to get a little more comfortable with myself with it, man. I've been nervous. Oh, holy hell, brother!
If you guys sucked,
we're polar opposites.
I wouldn't watch you. I wouldn't watch you if you guys sucked, and I'd be like, "No, you guys suck. I'm not coming."
Well, we appreciate it.
I watched it. Even like you said, the first one with Ray and stuff like that. But Ray is a personality in itself.
Oh, dude, that man, he's awesome, man.
I call Ray a human cartoon.
Yeah.
Like if you could take a human being, and what human being is a cartoon is Ray Adams.
Right.
Like I'm like, man, Ray. And I'm like, he said something one time, and I was like, Ray, you're out of mouth minutes today, man.
Yeah.
But you guys had Sean Evans on.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And Sean Evans was one of the first people to say, hey, come on, get in the car. We're gonna go somewhere else. You need to see what the world's like. And we went to a show, I believe it was Rudy's show in Detroit, and I didn't know Ray was coming. So here comes Ray, and who else was with us? It wasn't Road Rash. Might have been. No, I don't remember who else it was. But we were in the car. It was one of his tag team partners. I can't remember which one it was. But we go down there. Man, I laugh so damn hard. Whenever I'm with them, man, it's hilarious. So I love those guys, man.
I love watching Machine Gun Bishop and Big Dom go back and forth with the Midwest Misfits on social media. It is hilarious. Like the story that both tag teams have told over Facebook, man, it's awesome. Just to follow along with their story, you know what I mean? It's great.
He's a little bit involved too with this T-shirt he got at IWR.
You put Bishop, Ray Adams in a room, and you can't say shit.
Right.
They're talking the entire time. You're not usually gonna sit there and listen. So Bishop was at my house a couple weeks ago for something. I don't know. He was over, and I was like, God dang, you talk, boy. You don't ever shut up, man. But that's my guy. It was funny. You guys were talking about. This made me think about it when you guys were talking about Ray, in training. Because I started at PPW, and when we were doing power slams. And at the time I was smaller. So I was probably like only 240, 245, but I'm 6'1". And I'm looking around like, who in the fuck is gonna power slam me? And I'm like, all right, so either I'm taking this shit from Joe, and Joe's like, well, I'm not doing it, So I'm like, and Joe kind of, Joe was good with me, very good with me, that he knew how to train me because I was 45, 46 at the time. And, didn't make me do shit I couldn't do, but made me take it. Like, he was good about, like, you got to take everything. You don't have to do it. You got to know how to execute, and you got to know how to take it. So I'm thinking, all right, I can running power slam everybody here. And then I felt most comfortable with Ray, and I went up to Ray and I said, "You're power slamming me." And I didn't know Ray really from Adam, but I could just tell. You know how like you can just feel a room,
Yep.
and like you trust a motherfucker. Like I trust Ray. Like I'm like, all right, do the shit, and it was smooth, easy. And from that day on, I was like, Ray's my guy. Ray's my guy.
Cool.
You guys talk about factions though, like on one of the podcasts. And this is where, as a promoter, it's hard.
Yeah.
So, and I'm just me. And I'm talking about 24K. He's like, you on the this and this and this, get me on this. And before we were like super tight how we are now. I'm in this faction, I'll be like, I don't want the factions. Because I'm trying to be different. I don't know if it's good to be in a faction or bad to be in a faction. For me, I'd rather book individuals and put people together as a promoter. I might not have a spot for 4 people that makes sense.
Right.
Or 5. I might have a spot that makes sense for 2 or 3. So it wasn't nothing against the Golden Empire. I wanted TJK has been on my shows. But I didn't want 24K and TJK together. I wanted 24K with Drake and those guys. Right? So I wanted to do my own thing. So that's where I think fashions are good or bad. Like, if you're going to travel as a group and you're going to Ohio or Indiana, I think it could be good. You get a carload, the promoter likes that. Yeah. But locally, I think each promoter wants to tell their story.
Yeah. Right.
Obsidian works in PPW and other places. Does Obsidian work for me? I already have a heel group. You want to be baby faces? Nah, hey, that's a different story. But then, you get people, well, we're heels here and we're heels here and we're babies here. To me, it's like what I need you to do. And quite frankly, there's not in Obsidian or some of these other groups, but there was one group that was trying to come up from Ohio. There was 3 of them. I only liked one of them. I shouldn't say liked. Only one of them fit what I was trying to do here. So I seen where you guys had talked about, factions, and I'm like, they're good and they're bad. They have their plus and minuses,
It just depends depends on the story that's being told or wanting to be told, and like you just said, it just depends on where you're trying to fit who and what,
I always talk about that. Like, there's people like G Money don't like me. I'm like, I actually like the person and I like how they work. It just don't make sense for me. I've known Bishop for quite a while now, and it just made sense to bring him in for this little like Money in the Bank thing we do with the money title. It made sense. Ono's been out. I'm gonna have Ono come back and run the clinic on everybody. We need to have a bully in the heel group. Right? So I mean, it makes sense. Heather helped, she showed me how to bump. Like, I don't have nothing against Heather. Heather's only worked for us one time. It has to make sense for me because I'm trying to tell stories. And every time I get a chance say that. I say that on podcasts or text messages or on my post.
Mhm.
It has to make sense for me. It's not personal. It's business. I like everyone, you know, like Denise or Chaos.
Mhm.
That's my girl. That's mine and Tango's baby. Like she's our baby. Like when she wasn't even working, she was just coming and wrestling. We're like, all right, baby, you need black pants, you need black shoes. We're gonna show you how to, and she just turned into a phenomenal worker.
Oh, yeah.
She hasn't even been on my shows, and I just messaged her the other day because we mess with each other nonstop, and that's my girl, and she knows that. It just hasn't been right yet, So, and I like to bring in a lot. I don't know if you guys notice. I have a lot of the same people, but I try to mix it with a lot of people from different areas.
Mhm.
Like we just had Cameron Avery in from Indianapolis, and she wrestled Leela Hall. And Cameron, people were like, "Oh my gosh, who's that girl? Who's that girl?" That was only her 9th match. Like that was only her 9th. Go back and watch it. That was her 9th match. So the talent's out there. Do your research, get some people in, and freshen up the area because I can only have Nick Zero and Dylan Derringer wrestle so many times, or Tommy Russell, those guys, or Grimm and TFG, or you got to mix it up and get some fresh
Mix it up.
people in. If I go to Chaos, I don't want to see the same people I see at PBW or Metro Pro, or I mean, you're not going to see the same people at IWR because Rhino and Gary, what they do is special, So, but even if I go to Chicago, I'm going to see Ren Jones.
Right.
Right.
Right? If I go to War, I'm going to see Xavier Walker. We just talked about him.
Mhm.
They're just 2 hours away in Ohio. The talent pool isn't that big, so it has to make sense of what you're doing.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a training center to develop people out of and put them into your product, now you're sharing with a lot of people.
Yep.
And I'm not going to run the same people that XI is running next week or Chaos, or that would be dumb business.
Yeah.
You got to be smart with the business.
That makes sense, man.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't even think about aspect of the other shows around you. Like, oh, they got this person this month. I can't book them next month.
That's why I turned Leela Hall heel. So it was actually, I can't take the credit. It was Tango's idea.
Mhm.
So we were watching, I think she was wrestling at FU, and she was laying some kicks on somebody and was just mean faced and laying them in. And Tango, I think it was like midnight, sent me a clip, and I'm like, who the fuck is messaging me at midnight? And I get up at 3:30 in the morning. And Tango's like, watch this. He was like, and he just sent me the video and he said, heel turn. I was like, yup. So I called her the next day. I said, how about you working heel? And she was like, hell yeah. Talk to her stepdad, dad, and he was like, hell yeah, no one's done it yet. And like that type of creativity, Leela's on every show in Michigan, but she's not a heel on every show in Michigan.
Yeah.
So now you want to see heel Leela. So
We've seen
anything
her.
to try to,
We've seen her a few times. She's good, man. She's good.
yeah,
She's got a
anything to
future.
try to make it different.
Yeah.
Because when I did first start out, everyone's like, oh, PBW guy. It's going to be the same show as PBW. And I get a lot of shit for that still to this day for booking a lot of PPW guys, but hey, I'm just going to say how it
got
is.
talent though, man. A lot of them do got talent.
For whatever reason, people think I have heat, and I really don't. It's just creative differences with him and I. Look at who they produced. All the guys I just mentioned: Jack Price, Aaron O'Ryan, Sean Evans, Adam. And they all helped each other. Nick, Dylan. I mean, those are good people, man, and that's what I'm comfortable with.
Mhm.
For better or worse, I know how they're going to work in the ring. I know their promos aren't going to suck. I know they're going to be safe.
Right. And respectful and honorable and have your back, and you know what I'm saying?
And they're going to
show.
Whether I was taught right or wrong.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just know what I was taught. They're going to be on my same brainwave. Right? You get what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Understand? I'm just not trying to put on the bangers like I was first trying to do. I'm trying to tell the story. And you have the people there like the Dylan Knights that I'll tell the story and has taught that, and Nick Zeros that has taught that. And, throughout the years, that's what I want. Wrestling is a story. Wrestling is a story, right? So, I mean, for everyone that thinks we're so different, I've tried to separate. That's why I use a lot of the same guys because people say, "Well, I hear you say you want to try to separate yourself." Well, I do. I want to be my own thing, right? And when I first left, I talked to coach and I was like, "This is what I want to do. This, and this is why I want to go." And blah 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 blah. And he was hurt. I was hurt. Is what it is. Um, but at the end of the day, I respect where I came from, and I respect my coach, and I respect what I was taught, and it's a lot of what I do. Now I've done the G Money stuff to it, and what I've learned from martial arts and stuff like that with my presentation and how I want things. And
About
I'm
your
sure
company, so you
I'm
know what I
sure
mean.
some of it makes him cringe, right? But some of the shit he does makes me cringe still too.
Mhm.
So but at the end of the day, I respect it.
Right.
You'll never, and it was Ono and I were at a show, and somebody had shit on it, shit on the school. I said, they're sitting here shitting on us, but look, every one of their main event guys has been people that have came through the system.
Right.
It's true. You can have differences with people. And I've learned this and I've mellowed out like the last year or so too. Just the way the world is today, and you're not promised tomorrow, man.
Yeah.
And
Right.
at the end of the day, it's men and women in tights. It's not that serious. Like Dylan and I just got in an argument, and that's my guy. And I was mad at him for like 2 weeks, and I'm like, if I die tomorrow, or he died, or something happened, I'd be so upset that we got in an argument over men in tights.
Right.
So you
Silly.
gotta, it's
Um.
silly, man. At the end of the day, that's what it is, and it's something that we love. So that's the
See.
part when I was saying in the beginning, when it's not fun no more, and I might lose friends over it, I'll quit.
Right.
I'll quit. I'm not gonna do it. I want it to
See,
be fun.
me and my brother, we have creative differences a lot. There's so many times where I hit him up, call him, bro, I got this idea, blah blah blah, and he's like, ain't gonna work. It will get canceled, or that's not a good one. You know what I'm saying? But listen, you know what I'm saying? And he like explains it to me to make it make sense, and I'm like, you know what, you're right. And thankfully, I wouldn't probably be as far as I am right now if it wasn't for him. You know what I'm saying? So, sometimes you just got to agree to disagree. You know what I mean? But you got.
We
gotta
pitch
have the yin
ideas
and
and we refine it down to whatever we need it to be, so
Right.
it's
And
just,
that's why you guys jump. That's why I watch your guys' shit. Like, there's a lot of shit I don't watch, and people are like, "Oh, did you see?" No, I don't even really watch WWE a lot. Like, I watch podcasts, I watch independent stuff. I'm looking for talent.
Right.
I'm watching wrestling in California. Is this guy worth flying out here for $250? No. Okay. You don't know how much of my time I do that.
yeah, we
Like,
just
and it's like are you guys present yourselves, and your product is that of podcasters. You're not just two guys, like, not to shit on me and Tango, but to shit on me and Tango. Two guys getting on here talking about shit and getting off topic. You guys have a professional podcast. I'm making your podcast probably the longest one ever tonight. But
It's okay.
as long as we chopping it up, we're chopping it up. But it's interesting. I've watched every one. I've watched almost every one, and that's because you guys have a yin and yang.
Mhm.
You gotta
Right.
have it.
Oh, yeah.
Dylan,
See, we just try to show.
doesn't want to me, but he's my yin and yang.
See, we try to show like all the people that we bring on our show and interview. We try to show them the utmost respect. Like I said this not too long ago, a few different times already. Like I had a wrestler ask me, "What if I'm in the ring performing and you happen to, because we go there, record with our GoPros and everything. What happens if you get footage of me punching and none of my punches are connecting?" You'll never see that footage on my show, brother. I'll never put it out there. I'm only here to make you look like $1 million. I'm not gonna shit on you. No botches here. I don't like that word. That ain't me. You know what I'm saying? And what we're trying to build is we're trying to show not just talent that we got their back, and we're trying to help elevate on our fan end of wrestling. But we're trying to also build a relationship with everybody here in Michigan on the wrestling scene. And so when we come to your show, we can pull out our microphone and cameras and interview, and you guys are okay with it because you know what we're about, and we're not on no bullshit, and we're not going to take advantage of nobody, you know what I mean? And we're just utmost respectful. So that's what we're really trying to do as well, man. Is really trying to show that we're respectful, honorable, and that we got love for everybody, man. And we're just trying to play our part and be a team with everybody, you know.
That's professional, man. That's what you're supposed to do, and that's why you guys will go long for a long time. And that creative bickerness, if you will, if that's the correct term, I call it the yin and yang. You have to have that. Like Nick and Dylan are my yin and yang, and they'll be like, "Oh, that sucks," or this and this, and they get too wrestly with it. I'm like, listen, I was the last one that was a fan before YouTube been working for a long, 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 long time. Let me tell you from a fan perspective, because I'm still green as grass, right? And from a wrestling standpoint, you know. But let me tell you from the business standpoint, because I've been in business for 31 years, like not promoting events and stuff, like a long, long time. So we listen to each other, and when I say it takes a village, that yin and yang is my village. You guys are your village. You guys are doing good stuff. I've never once heard bad things about you guys or your podcast. That's why I was like, because usually I'll hem and haw. I'm a hem and haw. Somebody hits me something about a podcast, I don't like to do them. I'll do my own where I can dictate it, but I don't trust a lot of people. But everyone I reach out to, and I've always followed along and watched because you've had some people on there that I'm close to. I was like, oh yeah, this is a no-brainer. You guys ask good questions. How did you start? Where did you go? People want to know that.
Yeah.
People want to know that to tune in. You know, you guys cover all the bases and you guys do it well. And I'm not just saying this because I'm sitting in front of you today. You guys are good dudes. You guys are good people. I can tell.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. See, we also want to. The reason why we want to bring more of like the independent talent on our show is to shine more of a light, give them more of a bio. You know, let fans out there know that there's more than Roman Reigns. There's more than John Cena. Like we can get Rohit.
We had no clue about PPW even though they're in our area until they were at the Firebirds game, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had no clue there was like an independent scene in our area.
Right.
You know? And then
and you guys had always been fans? You guys had always been
wrestling fans? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember back in the day there was MCW or MWO. Because I had a buddy I worked with that wrestled for them back in the day. But I knew they had shut down, and I was like, we found out about PPW going to be at the Firebirds game. We went there, and that's how we've discovered so many like indies, like just from going to that. We've been to the Chaos. We've been out to Lansing to them out there. Like we've been to shows in Detroit, IWR now. So
when I was
us all over.
When I was a kid, man, the first independent show I went to outside of going to see WWF or WCW was NWA, and it was at Prani Arena. And I met Gene Austin. He told me that he was Steve Austin's brother. He had a cell phone at the end of the show, and he's like, hold on a minute. He put somebody on the phone into my ear, and it swear to God, he said it was Steve Austin. I went to school the next day. Man, check this out. I met this guy. Look at the picture. Dude, I was so ecstatic. Thought I talked to Stone Cold on the cell phone. But so I didn't really know about. Now I seen Father Time on the news on like Channel 12, ABC 12 News a few times. So I kind of had a little bit. So like when we went to the hockey game, I told my brother, I was like, "Oh, that's Father Time. I seen him on the news." But I didn't really know about PPW and all that until the hockey game. And then we went to their Christmas class show, and it's been off and running. And we've been wanting to interview independent stars because there's not enough of that out there. Everybody wants to talk about WWE. You know, we could jump in that WWE boat. Right. We
still do too. You know, we cover topics and stuff.
You got to. We're fans, right? We're fans.
Right.
But
I mean, for the most part, man, I'd rather talk to Leland Hall than or Rohit Raju than Roman Reigns, believe it or not. You know, as much as I'd love to talk to a Roman Reigns, you know, I'd rather have an indie star, because one day we're gonna have that woman wrestler, that man wrestler on our show, and they're gonna be in NXT or AEW. They're gonna be on TV having their WrestleMania moment, you know, and they're gonna remember us and have us and you know, give us tickets or something, man. It's just gonna be awesome, you know. Like one day we're gonna be able to say, "Hey, brother, we had him on our show," you know, before they got famous, and that's just gonna
And
be.
that's how we are. That's what, like, I really think we have in Michigan, and I'm not going to say they're my guys because everyone uses them. You have the Drakes, you have the Adam Wicks, you have Jack, who's been in TNA, you have Xavier, you have Ren, you have Zico, you have so many people, and if I'm forgetting people, so many people that they can make it, and that's what it's all about, man. If one made it, we all made it, man. It's like Eminem, right? He brought the whole group with him,
Right. Yep. That's
so
that's what we tell our buddy Slenderman and our buddy Danny, Danny just like joined us on our live streams here recently. Our buddy Slenderman, he's our West Coast connection. So, he's he's got us some interviews from some California talent. So
see, and
Like,
that's how it works, because you have a promoter like me
mhm.
and others, I'm sure, watching your podcast, and then they see somebody from California, and I just told you, I look at guys from California, they worth flying in. So now I'm gonna see the guy on your podcast, go look,
we got
and that's a
a we got a woman wrestler named SOS. She's
SOS, yeah.
out west. That interview drops, I believe, next week, and she's somebody definitely to check out, man. I told her that I was actually gonna pass as much of her info along as I could. But like I also, this is something that I kind of thought about, dreamed about, or daydreamed about, whatever. Like, kind of start like a wrestling exchange type thing. Like West Coast talent comes up here, they go out. If Michigan talent goes out there. You know what I'm saying, and kind of swap back and forth. Kind of help us all grow in a way. Something
that's
like
what I'm
that.
saying. Like Tango, I said Tango again. That brother looks out for me, and he's connected a lot of places.
Oh yeah.
He got me hooked up with the Squared Circle convention down there, and there's so many connections I made down there. Just people that were workers, and I actually had on my sweatshirt, and oh yeah, you're in Michigan. Here's my stuff. Check me out. And just going down there, I met a lot of people, and it's just word of mouth. It's like I feel like we're trading our mixtapes out of the trunk. And
That's why I feel like independent wrestling, man's on its way back, bro. It's on its way
I
back.
think it's
Guaranteed.
I don't know how old you guys are. I'm gonna be 50 in November, but I remember tape trading, like the tapes from Japan and stuff. And that's almost what it's like. Have you seen this guy? Have you seen this gal? Have you seen this person? And you look them up, and thank God for social media, because I can't imagine being a promoter back in the day and not
right.
having social media.
Social media changed the game.
My friend of mine, he's up there in age. He's about 50, 60 years old, and he just
Hey,
showed
watch
me-
it, man.
he
Watch
just
it, man. Up there in age. What do you mean? And you say 50 something.
he just hey, I'm getting there myself. I'm 38, brother.
Oh man, you're
He
so
just
young.
showed me thanks. He just showed me a video from Japan. Can't even understand the commentary, all the writing you can't read. It's all in Japanese writing or whatever, but it's Legion of Doom and a hawk and animal and that, man. It's pretty cool footage, man. Some shit that I've never even seen before. I don't even know what promotion they were at. It's old. But yeah, man. We used to go to there used to be a store in Flint called Jelly Beans Bookstore. My mom took us there when I was a kid, and I would trade and get old WWF magazines, old VCR tapes, some Monday Nitros or Slamborees, Starcades and stuff, man. Old stuff. I
When I see
remember.
old stuff, I buy it for Dylan and give it to Dylan.
Okay.
So do you guys still collect? I'm sorry to cut you off. Do you guys still? Because I collect everything. Do you guys still collect that stuff or have that stuff or anything?
Oh yeah. Yep. I got
anything
stacks of old
that comes into
magazines.
this house that's wrestling related. My mom cops, so
Yeah,
she has a massive collection. Yeah.
God bless your mother, man.
Yeah,
God bless your mom for not throwing it away.
She has a giant. She has a china cabinet filled with action figures and
2 big china cabinets.
Just recently, she was like, I have this Hulk Hogan shirt from the '80s. I was like, yeah, right. She brings it upstairs. I look at the tag on it. It's from the '80s.
Man, y'all gotta bring Mom to the show.
Yeah, she loves it.
Oh man,
It's just she
Bring Mom to
gets
the show.
she gets a little hyper. That's all.
Oh, hey, okay. I want that. Let Mom have some fun too.
We'll have to bring her out.
We'll bring her. Oh yeah, we'll bring
But
her.
you guys know I don't do anything for free. That's why I'm G Money. So
Right.
for my page being on here, one, Mom's got to come to a show, and I got to get a shirt or a hat because
Okay.
I was the NWO fan, and I see, and marketing is so huge, man.
Mhm.
Like you talk about like a brand logo, like they know that's your
Hey,
podcast.
this was my brother's
Shout-
idea all
Shout
the
out
way.
shout out to Quandrell Ali Designs. He hooked us up.
You guys killed it with that design.
Thank
You
you.
guys killed it with that design. It's marketing, man. It's business. Like it's a good thing. So I like to take shit over, man. That's what I do. I'm running the podcast right now. So obviously you're 38. I'm not gonna ask you your age.
36.
But when you 36, okay, so there's 2 years apart. So when you guys were wrestling back in the day, who was getting the pinfall and who was eating it?
I was winning.
You were
I
winning
was
because you were
winning.
the older brother, of course.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You were the older brother.
I did get a couple.
Now
Good super
I-
kicks in though
hey.
back in the day when I was
Got
more
some super
flexible.
Now I remember when I was younger, I was stupid as hell. I got into it with my kid's mom. I was probably 18, 19 years old, and we were in my mother's kitchen, and my brother thought that I was about to really put my hands on her, God forbid. And he came up from behind me, snatched me up, put me in some sort of full Nelson hold. And he's bigger than me, but he's as much my younger brother. I was like, man, you better let me go. He's like, you gonna calm down? You gonna calm down? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm good now.
That's a tap out. That's a win.
Yeah.
That's a
So
win.
so now, man, I won't mess with him. I have to take his
See,
leg out or something.
I was an only child, man. So I'm jealous of any brother relationship. Like I never had that sibling. I'm blessed that I have some cousins I'm close with, and they actually come help and they help run the ticket sales and do security at my shows. And so I have a good cousin unit and family unit, but
That's
I
cool.
always wanted a brother or a sister.
Mm.
Like I missed out on that, but I've had some close teammates and things like that, and I've had a good life, but nothing like that brother stuff. You know, you guys.
we
it's
missed
cool you
we
guys
missed
are
out
doing
on the
this
cousin stuff, you know, because our cousins
Yeah.
we're not really close with them. But
But I mean, the brother, you guys doing this together.
Mhm.
Some brothers grow apart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And you guys have helped each other from hearing the stories on the other podcasts and what you guys are doing now, and have a passion together, and you can go to shows together. And
wrestling,
I mean, that's
I
special.
mean,
That's
we actually did grow apart for the longest time, but it was the wrestling that brought us back together, you know. So
good,
that
man.
helped
I
us.
mean, you want that same mentor that told me about the test and testimonies said if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans.
Yeah.
That's I
Yeah.
mean that's it, man. That's it.
Before we end here, I see the massive collection behind you. I gotta ask, which is your favorite piece?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a tough one, man. I see you had a Sergeant Slaughter hat. You got some beefcake
Yeah.
shears up there.
Yeah, I just got those from GWC. So
Okay.
some stuff all right, you guys got me talking about my stuff. I'm gonna show it off a little bit because
Hey, that's
I don't
cool.
get many people that for one, I don't let a lot of people in my house. Like
Okay.
you guys chopped it up with me. You guys would be invited over to the house. You ever wanted to come see her? If I have a watch party, which I do. My favorite part, and I'm weird because I like unique stuff, but I got a couple pieces I'm gonna show you. So one is these, and these are 1985 Carrera Aviators that Arn Anderson wore.
Oh wow,
They're
man.
signed by Arn Anderson.
Look at that.
Yeah, so these
Wow.
are like real Carrera. You can see it on the side. Carrera, I guess it's not focused, but
Yep.
that is Carrera
Wow.
glasses from 1985. Those are the first glasses that like he wore was the Carreras. The Ric Flair belt signed.
Oh man, that's
Any
one
cool
man
piece.
I want to meet him before he dies so bad.
Who?
Ric Flair.
So they say, you know how they say, don't meet your heroes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't meet your hero.
Oh man.
That's the best person ever that I met. Besides like working with Bobby Lashley at that show, like that was super cool. IWR just did their WrestleFest and I had the Boogeyman. So the Boogeyman and I, at first I was going to trade the second day and I was going to switch with Tango for RVD or something. I was like, you can keep RVD. I said, I'm staying with the Boogeyman, man. That I had so much fun with the Boogeyman. He's a cool guy. The NWA belt signed by Tully and Arn. I got that signed by both of them. That's one of my favorite. I have a Strike Force Tito Santana original shirt. And then, you know, I'm the $1 million man mark. Let me grab it. I have, this is from 88.
See the European title, Intercontinental title.
It's
That's so cool.
the briefcase from IRS.
Oh my God. No fucking
And
way.
yeah, this is ring used right here, 86 or 88, I'm sorry. And he signed it, and then finally I got DiBiase to sign it.
Nice.
But this is probably my favorite piece because I love the $1 Million Man. I have a ton of figures. Like Jax were my favorite. I have a Terry Funk one. Oh shit, they're with the Honky Tonk Man's guitar. And then I like dumb stuff. So like you guys know Shockmaster, right?
Oh yeah,
How he
yeah.
fell. I have a Shockmaster helmet signed.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I just like dumb stuff that like I remember that lat. So like
I got this. I got a piece of a cinder block from a JCW match. Just a piece of concrete I got from JCW. I got Two Tough Tony's liquor bottle. I got the what's that? The skewers that they put in the heads. I got
Yeah.
them stuff down there. Still got the little bit of the liquor in there. It's nasty looking, but man,
That man came out. He was pouring shots in everybody's mouth. He, like, the only three people in the front row were me, him, and our buddy Danny. We were like, no thanks.
I got one of Sting's bats.
That's not Sting's real
What?
bat. He likes to pose it off like it is just a
And
plastic
did you
bat.
see me about Pink? Because my mind instantly went to, oh, what do I got to get
He
him
does-
to get that?
He does have. He does have.
No, I'm just kidding.
He does. He does have Tessa Blanchard's autograph. It's a little hard to see.
Right there.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, I can see it in the silver. Over
Steve
the white.
Macklin. Also Steve Macklin.
And that's cool. See, but that's what,
Man, this
like,
is part of a door that they used at JCW, GCW.
I have a Hardy table under here. One of his table pieces. I'm gonna have him sign. But like, and I collect stuff. Like I have me, Jay, and Dylan did a match, and we hit him with a fork. I have that fork. I have DBA's elbow pad. Dylan Knight. We talked about Dylan Knight, and I would have quit wrestling if it wasn't for Dylan Knight. Like that dude is.
I like him a lot, man. I got a lot of love for that guy.
So that guy has helped me so much. I bounce stuff off him. He's helped me. Great guy. And he's gonna give me one of his robes
Ooh,
for my room. Dylan's, I'm getting those ugly tights of his. I have a Hitman jersey.
That's what I
from
want to
the
do. I want to
hockey
get
team.
some ring worn gear from some indie guys, man.
I got
Like
some. I
Sean
started
Evans or
collecting it.
something. That'd be
So
cool.
Ace is the guy to get it from. So like I actually got pissed off at Ace. I didn't even tell him this. So if he watches this, he had this green like wolf set. He had like one of the first wolf sets that he had first had made, or maybe not first, but that I had seen. And I said I want it because it's green. I like green. And then I just saw recently somebody has it.
Uh-oh.
I was like, you MFer. But this is my most prized possession. And then I know you guys got to go. I have a magazine signed by the Rock and Roll Express that I got.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
I refereed them. But are you guys boxing fans?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
my son fought at Kronk,
Mm.
and he has these Tommy Hearns Kronk shorts.
Oh, nice.
He got when he fought in the Silver Gloves, the 13 and under, and they're signed by Emmanuel Stewart
Okay.
and by Tommy Hearns.
That's awesome.
So this is like my most prized possession. Like I don't even have them framed, but I should. But no one comes in this room. No one's allowed to come in this room.
Right.
Not even my dog comes in
So
this room.
is that a Nasty Boys shirt right there?
Yeah, I had two of them. So I got that one from a collector in New York. He called me back and said, "Hey, look, this guy was supposed to pick up another one. You want it? I'll give you a deal on it." And I was like, "Yeah." So then I try to give away stuff at our shows. So I want our 50/50s to be big because I just want somebody to walk away with like hundreds of dollars. I'm like, if you went to a wrestling show, you won $100 in an independent show, a couple $100, you're happy. So I try to raffle something off, whether it's figures or I raffled off the other Nasty Boys jersey the last show.
Big.
And I think we gave away like over 100. Actually, my one cousin won it, and I think he gave it back. But we drew somebody else. But yeah, so I don't even know who won it. But I have another NWA title that I might have Brian Idol sign at the November show, and I might raffle that off. So they'll have a red. So I have two of those because it's my favorite belt. It's actually right here. I have them sign this one, and maybe raffle that one off. I don't know. I have
Cool, man.
little fixtures, and I just like what I like. Like when Joe had Carlito and those guys out, I bought fake apples, and their autographs were free. So I bought like 2 dozen fake apples and gave them to people, and they're having them signed. But I mean, they're cool. I don't
pretty
collect for
cool.
value. I collect what I like.
Right, for nostalgia purposes.
I have to say
I have some figures in boxes, and they're signed, and some that aren't. But then I have probably 500 loose figures.
Yeah.
Like I have a YouTube video of some of them, but I'm weird, man. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I mean, I drink, at home or casual drink, whatever. But this is my addiction. This and cars, and
That's cool, man. Nothing wrong with that.
I have to say,
It's a positive
and
one to have.
I like crazy people like us.
Right.
the one
Like,
thing
you got
that
a
caught my
TNA
eye is the megaphone.
Jimmy Hart. So
Oh,
I
dude.
got that
He is-
in Flint.
At Comic Con in Flint.
Yeah, he was
dude.
so cool.
Dude, yeah, I met him there too. Nicest.
He taught.
Oh man.
So the best place to meet wrestlers is Comic Cons.
Yeah.
Because not all the wrestling fans go, so they take time. I talked to Greg Valentine for 30 minutes.
Oh, see, I
He
didn't.
just thought it was. He was like, "You're fucking crazy for starting wrestling at 45. What are you thinking?"
Mhm.
And then
I didn't go.
gave
I
me
didn't
a
go talk to him because he looked like he was in such a bad mood at the time.
coolest dude, man. Coolest dude. He gave me one of his personal pictures out of his like collection. It was like bent up and wrinkled. He's like, "I've had these since 1988," and it was like him with the Crockett original championship. He's all bloody, and like I just love that, man.
King Kong Bundy and Tatanka, and I got to get in the NWA ring at Prani Arena when I was like 12, 13 years old, me and my mom, and the belt that I got to hold was so heavy and old looking. I tried to find that belt everywhere. I scoured endless online, bro, trying to find it. I have to find the picture and show you the belt.
You met King Kong Bundy?
Mm-hmm.
And that's cool.
Yeah. Him and Tatanka, brother.
And Tatanka's
big
cool.
dude, man. Big guy. Yeah, he was awesome.
Tatanka's
Both of them
kids
are cool.
training right now.
Huh?
Tatanka's kids are training right now.
Okay.
His one son was ranked, because I'm big into amateur wrestling too, high school wrestling. He was like 4th or 5th in the nation. And then now I just saw footage. They're training with TJ and Natalia.
Okay.
And they look phenomenal. So I look for
yeah.
them to show up on the scene soon. But yeah, I've only met him once briefly, and we talked about amateur wrestling. But that's cool. Who else have you met?
Matt Goldberg, Buff Bagwell.
Who do you meet Goldberg?
I met Goldberg at the Palace when I was young. When I was 13. I got
Our
pictures of him
mom,
on my Facebook.
our mom is like a diehard wrestling fan. She
I
took
s-
him
I
to the
I
mall.
swear,
They got these navy blue shirts that said security across them. They ended up in the back for a little bit.
we end up backstage at the Palace, right?
Uh-uh.
I think what happened was me being so young looking, and my mom, is what. Plus, we were running up to people, hey man, and they're like, "What are you doing? You gotta go. You're not security." But Booker T pulls up in a little Geo Tracker, and my mom's hyper, right? So she went to take the cap off the marker, right? He went to pull it or something. They were basically fighting over it, and she's like, "Here, I'll do it." And the cap went flying into his vehicle, got in between the seats. So she's like pushed around him, like, "Here, let me get the cap." And he's like, "Bam," and trying to be cool with her. And she's, "No, I'll get it." She runs around the truck, opens up the passenger door. Booker T and my mom are leaning in, saying something. Next thing I know, they get in the vehicle together and take off. I'm like, what is going on? Everybody's like, your mom and Booker T, bro. I'm like, man, shut up, dude. This ain't cool. So I don't know what happened, man, but they became friends, and it was just one of my fandom moments. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, man, like it's something I'll never forget. You know what I mean?
Hey, you guys got a cool ass mom. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, we met Booker T so many different times.
Yeah,
Bunch of
I met
different
him when he
Nitro
was doing
girls,
the
GI
GI
Bro.
Bro. Yeah, when he was doing that
Oh
gimmick.
wow. Oh, so you were really that's like WCW days. Wow, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
our mom took us to see Monday Nitro in limos.
No, don't say us. She
Um,
took you.
yeah, it took me and my cousin Justin. Um, yeah, man, I had a great mom, bro. Our first WWF event was at the Palace. It was an in your house event. I was so young, bro. I don't know if it was a televised or if it was just like a house show. Might have been just a house show. But it was when Steve Austin was doing his flipping off, starting to do that gimmick, mother effer, and this and that. My mom is ringside, and he comes out and flipping my mom off. The cameras right there in between him and my mom, and going back and forth, and he's flipping her off, and she's flipping him back off, and you ain't shit. And it was just a great moment. Like I even emailed WWE trying to find footage of that, that moment,
Oh, that was
man.
cool.
That'd be awesome. But yeah, man. So we had so much fun as kids, man. Growing up watching wrestling with our mom. I would run from upstairs. I'd run downstairs. Mom, she'd be like, "Hogan, I seen it. I already seen it. Don't tell me. Don't tell me." And we'd be flipping back and forth from USA Network to TNT. Man, it was a
I
great,
don't know how many
man. It was
times
great.
we would order Wrestle Me. We wouldn't have cable the next month, but we got to see Mania.
Hey, you talk about us being poor. We did the same thing. We would get it for that month.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh man.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
good
I
times.
got
man.
to
Good
meet
times.
I lived about me and my mom at one point lived about 45 minutes outside of Memphis. So we got to meet Jerry the King Lawler at one of his restaurants, so that was pretty sweet.
That's cool. That's cool. That's really cool. One of my things growing up, like I love hardcore wrestling. Like the tape trading from Japan was hardcore stuff.
Yeah.
I love it. I've always loved it. I'm sick. I just love it. If it makes sense, right? It has
Yeah.
to make sense. But one of my favorite things is that we went to Atlanta to Abby's place, the rib place, when it was open. And he was actually there, and we got to meet him there. And then a couple months ago, I actually posted about it. His handler, if you will, put me in contact with him because he has a storage unit here about getting some ring used stuff, and put me in contact with him. And I actually got to talk to him. So to me, I was like, that's so cool. So like, we're trying to arrange where I can pick up the tights that he wore. Because I have like a imitation pair, the same karate style pants with the patch, but they're not ring worn. And I was telling him about them. I want to get them signed. And he was like, no, I still have a storage unit in Windsor that my sister has access to. I'll get the pants, and we just got to meet up and get them. So that even if it never happens, like just having that conversation with him was like,
Awesome.
this
Awesome.
wrestling shit at 45 is worth it for me now.
Yeah.
Right.
But and this is like these conversations, hearing the story about your mom, just you pinning you took all the shit, that's what makes me happy about it. And if somebody has a memory at one of our shows or something like that they tell in 20 years from now, then to me it was all worth it. Right. And we're all different. We're all different walks of life. But especially the way the world is today, if wrestling is a common denominator for us,
Yeah.
then let it be the common denominator for us. And it's more reason for wrestling to grow. It's more reason to get behind what you guys are doing. And, let's just have fun with it. Right. That's the end all be all.
Ladies and gentlemen, been the House of Grim podcast. As always, you'll be entertained. Yeah.
Am I supposed to say, yeah?
Yeah.
Don't edit that out.